Hey, pervy sage.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Full Nerd Academia Podcast. I'm your host, Master D. Maito. Coming to you live again. Same nerd time, same nerd channel. Of course, I'm always going to be joined by the one, the only, my magnificent co-host. Bankai Merc. Bankai Merc. There he is.
Almost did it again. I hit Control R. I stopped it this time. Woo! Alrighty.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Today is a very sad. It's been the last. Oh, look at me! I want two. It's been a very sad 2 days.
The last couple of days definitely have been sad. We'll get into that in a minute. But son of a gun, man, I finally had your freaking intro perfect, and then your dumbass just, I'm gonna wait to turn my camera on.
No, I hit the wrong button again. The E and R is right next to each other, so I hit Control R instead of Control E. Yeah, I blew it.
Gotta learn how to read, dude. What's going on, man? How are you doing? How's your week been?
I've seen better weeks. How about you?
Kind of the same. I don't know why, dude. This whole past week I've just been like really tired. Not really out of it, just kind of tired, dude. And like the weather hasn't been like the greatest. It finally got like kind of sunny today, and now it's getting cloudy again and overcast, and it got kind of cold again. So, I mean, we had a solid like 3 hours of sunshine, so there's that. But yeah, it's just been kind of like one of those weeks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, same here. It's like I can't wait for this week to end. Type mood.
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. Well, couple of things. Hold on. First off, let me get our stuff going here.
By the way, did you add? I know it's kind of late, but did you add the one I was looking for? Because for this week, it definitely deserves a Jey Uso type of mood.
So, yeah, I think if it's the one I'm thinking of, then probably, yeah, I think I added it last night.
On them. I sent it in the chat last night.
Oh, wait, maybe it wasn't that one then. That wasn't the one that I added. I added this one. Acknowledge me!
No, not that one. It's a neat kind of moment. Like, yeah.
Nah, man, I didn't get that one. I didn't even think to grab it. I think by the time I was finishing this one last night, it was kind of late, so I was just like trying to turn in.
No, I understand. Oh well, bye to this week. So, what do we have going on for the for our cast today?
So,
Good news, everyone!
Actually, you know what? This isn't good news. I take that back. I completely take that one back. So there is a little bit of sad news starting off for this week, unfortunately. Where is it? So as we heard, not last night, the night before, right? It was Thursday, correct? That we heard about it.
Yep.
So the sad news for this week, folks, unfortunately, is that creator of Dragon Ball mangaka Akira Toriyama, artist, character creator for not just the Dragon Ball series, but also Dragon Quest. He was recently working on Sandland was one. that's actually getting ready to come out with the game, as well as the anime later this month. In fact, he was also he also did the art, like character design for Chrono Trigger, as well as I feel like I'm missing one or something else. But it was unfortunate to hear that he passed away on the 1st of March, and they finally did a press release this past Thursday, technically Friday for them in Japan, that he had passed away, unfortunately. So they did release a statement here saying, "Dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st due to an acute subdural hematoma. He was age 68. He was literally like a month away from like one of the nicest birthdays ever, 69. So that's unfortunate. But it goes on to say, it's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. Also, he would have had many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks to the support of so many people around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. We inform you this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during his lifetime. Funeral service was held with his family and very few relatives. Following his wishes for tranquility, we respectfully inform you that we will not accept flowers, condolences, gifts, visiting offerings, and others. That's obviously for people in Japan. Also, we ask you to refrain from conducting interviews with his family. Future plan for a commemorative gathering is not decided. We will let you know when it's confirmed. We thank you for your understanding and support as always. Bird Studio Capsule Corp Tokyo. So yeah, man, that was a real hit right there. That was really kind of a hit in the gut for the end of the week. Honestly, it was like as I was finishing up grabbing everything for today's cast that it like popped up on me, and I was just like, oh man, this sucks. It really sucks. Not the best cap off to a week for sure. Again, as we said at the beginning there, Akira Toriyama, very famous, like the granddaddy of all, shonen animes, Dragon Ball, the entire Dragon Ball series. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super were all his. GT obviously inspired by the characters that he created. He didn't have anything to do with GT 100%, but because he created the characters, they were based on his characters. So. But yeah, man, and especially because, like I said, he had another anime getting ready to come out called Sandland, based on a short manga he did in 2000, if I'm not mistaken. And a game was getting ready to come out for it as well. So, sucks that he's not going to be able to see that come to fruition. What are your thoughts?
So I actually was looking up Sandland because I was reading about Sandland a couple of days. No, I'll say yesterday actually, and it's actually supposed to be on Disney Plus. I did not know that until I found out recently. I think next month it's supposed to drop.
It's the 20th actually.
No, the 20th. Yes, you're right. In 11 days.
The game, I'm not sure when it's supposed to drop, but yeah, dude. They had it was like a movie, I think, like an OVA or something that dropped sometime last year in Japan. I don't know where you can get that. I haven't had a chance to look it up, but like I just saw it. Like I had just seen yesterday or the day before that they had that movie, and then I think I'm assuming it ties into the anime, obviously. But yeah, getting ready to drop on Disney Plus on the 20th. The game drops sometime later this year. I want to say it's like late spring, early summer. The game looks kind of cool. I was interested in the game. But yeah, it's very unfortunate because from what it sounds like they didn't expressly say how he got the hematoma, just that, which is basically brain bleeding. Just that he had one. Whether he got hit on the head or maybe fell or something like that, nobody knows. But like, it really sucks. Dude.
Yeah,
He
it
literally
does.
was a month away from his 69th birthday.
Yeah. The part I
So-
will say though is I gotta give big kudos and is for releasing, like you said, one of the grandfathers of anime, or however you want to say it, father time of anime, whatever you want to call it. But man, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, man, it's been a great run. Like, definitely enjoyed it, especially when it came on Toonami as a kid. Well,
Right.
I am old now, but when we were kids and they hopped on Toonami, right when you got home from school. Yeah, man, I remember my brother and I used to watch that, and yeah, it's been that's a tough one. That really is. So
Yeah, dude. I mean, and he's been working on, DBS Dragon Ball Super, the manga now for a while. Like he was still working on it, if I'm not mistaken, like up until recently.
yeah, it was actually coming to its end anyway. From what his understudy said, I read something where his understudy said, he feel like he's more than capable to take over. But I feel like end Dragon Ball Super and don't touch Dragon Ball, even though like from what I heard, like Dragon Ball is really like Goku or something like that. It's owned by somebody else, so we still might end up getting actually, I don't think what was not confirmed or not was, remember, we were supposed to get Dragon Ball, I think it's Daimo. I'm saying it wrong.
Daimo? I think it's Daimo. You're talking about where it's like it was supposed to be like a series where they just like revert to children, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from what I heard, we were supposed to still get that. Huh?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, I know that I'm pretty sure he wrote the story for that.
I'm positive. No, he did, but it wasn't confirmed if he finished it or not. So his understudy might take it over and then just release whatever he can. But after Super, I feel like Dragon Ball should just stop.
Well, yeah. I mean, they still have a bunch of chapters left of Super to like to animate. Yeah, they do.
The anime, yeah. The manga, no. The manga, they said the manga was like damn near done right before he passed away.
Oh yeah, I would imagine so, because it's been. I don't know if it's been on hiatus or not. I don't really read Dragon Ball.
I don't really read,
but like, I was kind of up to date in certain ways with it, like the news of it at least, and yeah, I mean, so as far as like the anime goes, like even though it's the anime has been done now for a while, it still has more chapters that it can adapt. So there's always that we can get. But yeah, dude. I mean, so it's really unfortunate that we don't have that creator in the world anymore. But I mean, you got to think about like the literal hours upon hours, if not years, of entertainment we've gotten from this one creator, in one single universe, and I mean, the way that the world is, we'll never not see anything that's Dragon Ball, whether it's video games or other sorts of merchandise or media. It's just going to be unfortunate that from now on it's going to be, inspired by Akira Toriyama as opposed to create, like him working on something. So, but I'm going to crack one open and not pour one out, but I'll cheers to Akira Toriyama to that one. So, cheers. But yeah, so I mean, you got anything else that you wanted to add before we move on?
No, man.
So, moving forward, now we're into
Good news, everyone!
The good news. So, something that I came across recently.
I'm playing Page. That's cool.
Sure.
I'm just trying to fix your mistake.
But you didn't. I did. Anyways.
Oh,
Those not in the know, the last TMNT, The Last Ronin was, considered to be the quote-unquote last story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as we know them. But because of its popularity, obviously, whenever something's popular, they kind of have to follow it up. And I mean, honestly, with the story as good as that, you would think there'd be no way to follow it up, but they did. And so this has been something that's been, kind of rolling through for a long time and like been in the works. Is TMNT The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution. And this follows a new generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So what the news is, because if you're a nerd fan, or if you're a nerd or you're a geek and you're a TMNT fan, you've probably been following this story for a while. The news story is actually that that the number one, TMNT Last Ronin 2 number 1 sells out and gets a second printing. That's huge. Obviously, most number ones, especially in the modern era, typically they will sell out. But I want to say, aside from back in the day, and even probably the IDW number 1, I don't think TMNT's ever really done that. So this is huge. This is huge for TMNT fans, and for anybody who didn't, get a copy of number 1, they got a second printing coming out. So the long wait for TMNT Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution is finally over. First issue slated to hit stores on Wednesday, so this past Wednesday, March 6th. But you may have a bit of trouble actually walking into a store and picking up a copy of the first issue. IDW Publishing revealed that the first issue is sold out on the distributor level, and we'll be heading back for a second print. So that's pretty awesome. I'm not sure if they've done any variant covers or anything like that, but this is the current number 1 cover. So be on the lookout for that second printing. Maybe they'll have a variant cover. I think that's pretty awesome though, one way or the other. I love TMNT. I'm curious to actually get into and read this new generation of Turtles and see what kind of sets them apart from the old generation, or the old guard, as it were. Any thoughts on this? No?
Nope.
All right. Well, moving on to the next story. Were you a fan of TMNT Mutant Mayhem?
Nope.
You weren't? You didn't like that? You didn't like the movie? I thought you did.
It was alright. I mean, it was alright.
If I go back and watch one of our earlier episodes and you say that you liked this, I'm gonna smack out fire.
I said it was alright. I wasn't a fan of what I watched. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you on that one. I thought it was okay. It's cool.
Man, all right. Well, either way, regardless of if you were a fan or not, there are tons of fans out there, and because of that, they're actually creating a game, TMNT Mutants Unleashed. This story comes from IGN. It says, first look at TMNT Mutants Unleashed. The onslaught of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video games continues, this time with a sequel to the animated film, Mutant Mayhem. It's a 3D action platformer. Continues the story of Mutant Mayhem and launches during the fourth quarter of 2024 on PlayStation 4, 5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Series X, PC, and Windows, or PC via Steam and Windows. Players can explore the city sewers, skyscrapers of New York in single-player, two-player local co-op. New York City's 5 boroughs are included and are said to pay homage to the 2023 film. And it says, here's the official blurb. In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed, after finally being accepted into society and pursuing their dream of attending a regular high school. The turtles' newfound happiness is abruptly interrupted by a new wave of mutants causing unrest across New York City. Players can take control of the four masked heroes, each with their own unique play style, as they traverse the sewers and cities of New York with an immersive world to explore both above and below ground. Meet familiar faces as the ragtag heroes in a half-shell gear up to delight fans at home with their chaotic capers. Players can get ready to order in a pizza, an adventure solo, or team up with a friend in two-player local co-op mode later this year. I have some screen stills here from the like first look. Honestly, it looks like it's, and I could show it on screen. I just don't necessarily feel like switching over the screens, but it honestly it looks like it's ripped straight out of the movie. It almost looks like you're playing a version of the movie, if that makes any sense. As to how well this game will play or how it will be, you know, it's a platformer, which is kind of like the bread and butter of TMNT games for the most part. Like a beat 'em up platformer and stuff like that. It looks to be a little bit more in depth than that. But you know, we don't have gameplay or anything thus far, so I'd be interested to see like how each turtle is like unique and how well they play. I wonder if it would be anywhere similar to like Out of the Shadows or Mutants on Manhattan, or even like Shredder's Revenge or any of the other like the, you know, original like Super Nintendo games and stuff. So thoughts?
I'm gonna play it. That's about it.
Yeah, I'll definitely play it too. What are you gonna get it on? Are you gonna get it on Switch or are you gonna get it on PS5?
It depends. I'm gonna have to see where everybody's buying it because I might end up getting it on PlayStation 5 so I can play a Wolf too.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a Switch.
It's not his. It's his son's.
They say, "Fuck, get it on Switch. Get it on Switch." No,
I honestly was gonna get it on the Switch.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not, because I don't know. I have a feeling the Switch is going to be getting a new console soon, or Nintendo's going to be making a new Switch console soon. So
I hope not, because I plan on buying Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh yeah, you don't have that yet, do you?
No, I keep procrastinating to buy it. I don't know why. I'm only gonna play with one freaking character. Two.
Who?
Spider-Man.
Miles.
Yeah.
Both Spider-Man?
I'm gonna put. Yeah. Well, three. Both Spider-Man and Deadpool. Either Deadpool or Gambit. I'm not playing with nobody else.
Daredevil? I'm surprised.
Hell no. I'm not playing no damn Daredevil.
Well, either way, this, I mean, from the stills on this, the game looks kind of interesting. So I definitely would give it a shot. Hopefully they're not going to be charging like $60, $70 for the game. Hopefully it's like a, how much was Shredder's Revenge? It was like what, $20, $30?
$60, $70. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I got it for free on. I got it for free on PS Plus. So never mind.
Yeah. It was not. Yeah.
It cost that much?
Yeah.
Jeez, Beast.
Might have been 40 actually, 40 to 60.
Why? It's not like it's not a AAA game like Spider-Man.
No, that shit was a damn beat 'em up with
Which is what I mean.
two
Like
graphics or 3D actually.
it wasn't even. Yeah, they're not like. It's like what is that called? 64-bit or whatever.
Yeah, it was 64-bit.
$60. Oh man, that's a hit. That's really a hit right there. Holy cow! Well,
Yeah, hurt my feelings.
it hurts
I
my
paid
feelings.
for it too.
Hurts my feelings. Sorry Sorry you paid for it. I didn't.
My cousin did. One of us paid for it. I don't know, but that shit, it was a lot of money.
Dang, dude. That sucks. I'm gonna give you one of these there, buddy.
I deserve it.
Oh, that's another sign I gotta get because Luco saying that's wrong. All right, moving on to our next news story. As if you probably didn't see this coming. I don't know why you wouldn't. But Netflix both renews and it says, the title that or the headline that I'm reading says Netflix both renews and ends Avatar: The Last Airbender. I didn't see that part. I know the content of this story. So basically, Netflix renewed Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action version, for a season 2 and a season 3. If you know anything about the original cartoon, the original series, you know that it comes in 3 chapters or 3 books. So, you know, there's a season 1, a season 2, a season 3, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Obviously, and it's broken down by, you know, the first book is water, the second book is earth, and the third book is fire. Although in the live action series they didn't necessarily call them that. Each episode had like something to do. I want to say because they were each broken down sort of by like the content of what the episode was. They were each like broken down by each nation, so to speak. Because before every episode, you saw like the different nation symbols on it, depending on like what the main focus of the episode was about. So, but either way, you could kind of guess, especially if you were a fan of the original series, you guess and probably know where this is mostly going. So, either way, this got renewed for season 2 and season 3. Your thoughts, sir?
I'm excited. I can't wait for season 2. Season 2, I feel like is going to be really good. I feel like they're going to match season 1 and elevate it. Especially, like I said, like season 2, we're getting Toph. Toph is she's hilarious. I'm not going to spoil Toph for anybody who doesn't know Avatar: Last Airbender. Like my brother watched he watched the series, and he texted me. He's like, "Yo, this shit is good. Like, it's really good. I didn't expect it to be this good." Then he was like, "Damn." Then when he had a joke. He was like, "Where was an Appa when I needed an Appa?" Shoot. And I said, "Hey, look, I understand. I wish I had a goddamn Appa too." But yeah, I can't wait. Like, they're gonna see some real things in season 2. I wonder if they're gonna put that in season 2. I'm hoping they do though.
I want to know. Was that in season 2? I thought that was in 3.
I don't remember if it was in book 3. I don't know if it's in book 3 or book 2, but I'm hoping they put in one of the 2.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Interesting to see. Yeah, dude. You know what I want to see? I want to see if the boulder. I want to see who plays the boulder. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want the boulder to be who he's kind of based on, you know.
You're welcome, bitch.
I want it to be him. I want it to be him. Hopefully they tap him for an episode, and hopefully that whole episode is just a huge like WWE match. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
It would be. It would be pretty sick. But you know, I'm not like I said. The series for me was like a 6.5, maybe a 7. It's not perfect, but it's not like horrible, and I definitely want to see them succeed. So hopefully, going forward with this next season, hopefully they completely make it their own. They have a lot of familiar beats and like follow certain storylines, but like when it comes time to really make it their own, that they really put forth that effort to set themselves apart from the cartoon. So I'd be happy to see it.
So you know what's funny? I did not know this until now. You know who voiced the boulder? Mankind. Do you remember Mankind?
Really?
Yeah, I did not know that. Mankind was the voice of the Boulder.
That's funny. You know, I wonder if maybe this was a story I heard a long time ago and has since forgotten. That's pretty wild.
Oh, hold on. We got some viewers asking questions.
Shogun Rose. Let's rate the original series and live action. Original series for me is like a 9 out of 10, and then the live action, as I said, is like a 6.5 or a 7.
All right. The original series is a 10 for me because that was an awesome cartoon. It's not an anime, it's a cartoon, by the way. Just want to put that. Anybody who thinks it's an anime, it's not. It's actually a cartoon. It's American. It's an American made anime, so it's a cartoon. But the cartoon was a 10. The anime to me, the live action to me is a 7. I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I think it was good.
Yeah, no, I liked it quite a bit, and then I want to say that I don't want to give the cartoon a 10, just because I feel like there's never anything that's like perfect. Because I mean, the show in some aspects it's not 100% perfect. So I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10, or like a 9.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? But it's damn near perfect to me. It's like one of those shows I could watch over and over again, and enjoy it every single time. So, never mind. I'm not gonna go there because I know that rabbit hole will start digging if I do that. So, anyways, but yeah, no, I'd say cartoon 9.5, live action probably like a 6.5.
Yep. So yes, the animation was done by South Korean studios, but it was actually produced in Nickelodeon's animation studios. So it's technically an American cartoon.
Well, and not only that, but it's written by American writers.
Yeah.
Influenced heavily by like Asian culture and
Yes,
Asian martial arts and everything like that, and as well as anime itself. Which is why like some of the fight scenes, some of the like just overall action, even like the way that certain characters act and stuff, 100% like homages to certain animes and stuff like that, because the creators were fans of anime, especially late 80s, early 90s anime. But again, they are American creators, so it makes it an American show. You can call it an American anime if you want, but it's not a solely Japanese production. It's technically not.
By the way, I love your name. That's an awesome name, Shogun Rose. I was gonna use the Shogun as well, but I changed my mind at the end.
Yeah, that's a pretty good name. I mean, especially considering something we're going to be talking about here in a second, or shortly, anyways. So moving on though from Avatar was a little bit of something that we ended up catching on Instagram, and then I got a new story. That I'm not entirely sure. Do you know if it was like well received in Japan at all? I would imagine it has like worldwide fans. From what I understand, Japanese people are fans of some American media just as much as we're fans of like Japanese media and stuff. So, especially since the like advent of the internet and everything like that, like it's hard for people to not find things. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole like cross pollination, the cross culture sort of thing is huge. So.
That's a great question, though. It says, Avatar: The Last Airbender was not particularly popular in Japan and South Korea. While the show has a dedicated fan base in these countries, it did not achieve the level of mainstream success that it did in the United States.
Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, you can't please everybody. I mean, just like I mean, I know that anime has a huge culture here in the United States, but I would still say it's a overwhelmingly small percentage as opposed to other things that or other types of media in the U.S. I mean, hell, when we were growing up, there weren't very many fans of anime.
No.
And it was so much to the point where, like, if you were a fan of anime growing up, at the time we were in school and stuff like that, you were like a nerd.
You were really getting you were kind of getting made fun of. So a lot of people try to keep it on the down low if they like anime. So like you also got to think about like this too. Like for us, well, I want to say for us, for people that grew up, I want to say back then, like 90s, early 2000s. There really wasn't that many animes for us to watch anyway. Like, we were very limited, unless, like, you're a real anime fan. And any anime you got was from Toonami. Like we said, Dragon Ball Z. Because Dragon Ball wasn't really on Toonami, it was Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Inuyasha, Gundam. I'm missing... Which one?
Big O.
Big O. Cowboy Bebop. I'm not saying Inuyasha. Damn, what's the other one I'm thinking of? Oh my god. With Yusuke.
Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Thank you. So like we were limited on and Sailor Moon. Can't forget about Sailor Moon.
Right.
Shout out to the people who like Sailor Moon. So like we were very limited on anime that we had growing up until like now. Now it's so popular, and there's so many to watch. And a lot of people watch it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, I'm saying like a lot of people watch it.
And it's like it's something that's like now it's widely accepted, but I want to say it's almost 100% due to both Toonami for one was a big proponent of bringing anime to the U.S., but also the advent of the internet. Because the internet became like much more widespread and a lot easier to access, a lot of these things became a lot easier to access, from overseas. Whereas like in the early 90s, hell, dude, I've heard stories of like the way that they used to get either old anime or even stuff like the tokusatsu shows. So like Ultraman, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider. The only way that you could get those sorts of things is if there was a foreign video store that sold, they got those things shipped in from overseas, or you knew somebody in another country, whether it was for military or somebody on business or whatever like that, would travel to other countries and you could have them buy them at the stores there and bring them back. Or pirate them off of the television on videotapes and bring them back. So like that was like the only way people back in the day were getting any sort of Japanese, either animation or any sort of shows and stuff like that, any of those sorts of like cultural things on their television and stuff. And it was the same for like from here to there as well. So like, those sorts of things like are made easier by the internet now. So like it's a lot more widely accepted because it's a lot more widely like distributed, especially now because you have apps like Funimation and Crunchyroll where people can just sign up and like literally watch them, so Gundam, Zoids, Trigun, yeah.
And there was one I didn't even say Voltron.
Right, Voltron. Were they called Galaxy Rangers?
I believe
Galaxy
so.
Rangers. Yeah,
Right,
so that one was different too.
So yeah, we're not even like that's just like that. We're just touching the tip of the iceberg. Because I didn't go into like the others, like especially like I don't even know how to explain it without trying to go into like full depth. Like then now people like animes like One Piece, Bleach. Damn, what's the one that we like? Oh my god, I can't. Full Metal Alchemist. I'm sorry, I don't know why I call it Full Metal Alchemist. Attack on Titan to me is garbage. Attack on Titan. Like it just grew, and it's an awesome thing. I love it. I'm glad that we have such variety and variety of animes and cartoons that we could watch. I'm just happy I came in an era of great cartoons, like coming up from the '90s. Great cartoons like like Batman animated series,
Spider-Man animated series,
Spider-Man animated series, X-Men, Superman animated series, or whatever you want to call it, man. Because it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty decent.
I mean, and even the ones that aren't based on like comic book properties. So you had stuff like that was on Nickelodeon, like Rugrats and Angry
Doug.
Beavers, which was like Doug.
Angry Beavers is legit. Like that. We had Doug, Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. Oh my God, Freakazoid.
Oh man, that was one. Freakazoid. Shoot, look, I will even go back to even to Earthworm Jim. Yeah, bro, I played the game. That's how old I am on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, dude, I love Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim was
and then I'm like I said, we skipped so many because I literally could just start naming, rationing off cartoons. Bonkers, Tailspin, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck. Like I can just start yamming names off.
Yo, Shogun Rose, hold up a second, my guy.
Man, that's funny. I heard you do it. I was in the bathroom.
Have I heard or seen Jackie Chan Adventure? Come on,
Jackie.
Uncle was a whole move before anybody knew what vibes in the move was. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
For us, Full Metal Alchemist is definitely probably our favorites as well.
Yeah, 100%.
I like Brotherhood. That's what I watch. I didn't watch the original.
Our podcast, our channel is named after it. Honestly, I mean,
excuse me.
Academia, obviously, because I'm a huge MHA fan, but we're both, Full Metal fans. So like, we almost called the channel Full Metal Nerds or some crap like that. So like, yeah. But we digress. I think we've gone into a little bit of a rabbit hole. But needless to say, folks, like, anime is much more widely accepted, and it's much more what is the word I'm looking for? It's much more popular now than it was when we were kids. Back when we were kids, like I said, it was almost like taboo to be like, hey, like if you found other kids in school that liked anime, like
they're your friends.
Those were your people. Those were your friends, and you guys would be doing weird crap, at lunch, like doing Naruto hand signs or creating your own
Naruto
village,
run.
whatever you want to call it. Yeah, stuff like that. So, like, now, I don't want to say almost everybody, but a lot more people are like into it now, like, as opposed to like back then. So, but we digress. So, moving forward, next bit of news that we've got was the leaks of Batman, aka the Caped Crusader, the next animated. Say what?
I thought we talked about this last week.
No, we didn't. I think we sent something back and forth about it on Instagram, but we haven't talked about it yet. Because it actually.
I just realized. My bad. I just realized Gentleman Ghost was in there. I never paid attention to that. I think I sent this to you, right? I don't like Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm starting off the bat. I don't like Harley Quinn.
So what we're
I'll give
looking at,
benefit of
folks,
doubt.
is leaked character designs for Caped Crusader. It's going to be the next Batman animated series that I guess got picked up for 2 seasons on Amazon, and this is from the creators of the original Batman the animated series, as well as the they call it the Timverse, Bruce Timverse.
Oh, it's okay. I think he's going to say the Adam West.
No. But anyways, so this was leaked, I think on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I'll agree with you. I'm not a fan of Harley Quinn here. It looks kind of strange. I get what they're going for, but
I know what they're going for too, but yeah, I don't like it because that's not what she looks like, and she doesn't look like she belongs in the Royal Flush Gang.
Oh yeah, she does look like she belongs in the Royal Flush Gang. You know, that'd be interesting if they changed up her origin that way, and that's how she kind of came out. Anyways, but she looks like a court jester. I don't know. I'm not too fond of that. Clayface, I'm interested in. This looks much more like a
big time.
Almost like a 1930s like a character from like a movie in the 1930s or something. You know what I mean? I want to say that's kind of how this whole aesthetic is. It's very like early Hollywood type. So he looks like almost like a Universal Monsters, like, you know.
I'm gonna accept Clayface though, because Clayface is he's a shapeshifter. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here. Completely fine with that.
Oh yeah, I'm completely fine with it too, and I'd be interested if he actually shapeshifts, or if maybe he just like wears different masks.
You know what verse this looks like? This looks like
Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. Gentleman Ghost. I don't really care. Not really a big on Gentleman Ghost. Renee Montoya's interesting. She doesn't look like she's a cop or a detective. Catwoman looks straight out of like Batman Brave and the Bold. Like almost 100%.
Natalia Knight looked like she came out of the Justice League Unlimited.
Who is Natalia Knight? Why am I blanking on who that is?
I'm blanking on Natalia Knight too, but she looks like she came straight out of the Justice. Like, remember that one episode of the Justice League when they turned everybody? I think she turned everybody to kids, and Batman sat on the swing with her.
She didn't turn everybody to kids, but you're talking about.
No, not her. I'm talking about the little girl.
Yeah. No, I know.
Nocturna is Natalia Knight is Nocturna.
Oh, I still don't know who that is. Weird, and oddly enough, as big of a DC fan as I am, I don't know who Nocturna is, or I'm blanking on who she is entirely. But I don't know. I'm almost getting like Clary and the Witch Boy vibes from her. She looks like an emo pilgrim.
Do you know Nightshade?
Oh, I do know Nightshade.
I don't think she's Nightshade, but she worked with Nightshade.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. Yeah. All right, on to the next one.
Two-Face. Two-Face looks about how I would expect Two-Face to look. Definitely different than the animated series, than the original. Onomatopoeia is kind of interesting because he looks like a gangster as opposed to a serial killer.
All right, we got to go back on Renee Montoya. I'm sorry, Renee Montoya looks like she's like one step away from being what's her name with the blank face. It's her alter. It's what she becomes after the original. The Question.
Oh.
She's like with the Asian look. She's like one step off. She looked like she came from the Batman animated series, but she like, I think it was Cat Grant that was in the Batman animated series that looks just like that. I might be wrong.
I don't know. I don't remember Cat Grant from PT.2, but I mean, I don't know Renee Montoya to be Asian. I'm pretty sure she's Latino.
She is.
Gentleman Ghost
George Washington drip.
I'm with that. He definitely looks very colonial. Definitely with that. But all right. Anything else you want to say about this before we move on?
No, I want to watch it. This is definitely watch. I'm just waiting for them to release the when it's going to be released.
Yeah, I know,
I said
right?
the Royal Rumble. You know what I meant. You know why I'm here.
Shut up, bitch.
Sorry,
That's
that
not
was
the
the
one,
wrong
you asswipe.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on from there. So we absolutely praised this show when it came out. My Adventures with Superman, My Adventures with Superman. They haven't announced anything about season 2 yet. However, they did announce that this is getting a tie-in comic book. So that's kind of cool. It's going to be in the same style, from what I understand. So this is coming from AIPT, comics.com. My Adventures with Superman gets comic series set in the same world. New comic series starting June 2024. The first issue launches on June 4th, and comic shops can put in orders starting March 15th. Okay, so next week you can pre-order. The series is written by series producer Josie Campbell and drawn by artist Pablo N. Collar. My Adventures with Superman picks up from the explosive end of season 1, serving as a bridge to the highly anticipated season 2. Interesting. Being the producer of My Adventures with Superman and bringing Clark Kent to the TV screens around the world has been nothing but a dream come true for me, said Campbell. I'm absolutely thrilled with that Paulo and I get to bring fans even more Adventures with Superman, this time in comic book. So what's My Adventures with Superman about? Is Clark Kent a bit down and out, spending Christmas alone in Metropolis, but when he gets a tip about a monster in the sewers, Superman, Lois, and Jimmy Olsen spring into action to investigate this mystery. What is this monster that can absorb anything it touches, and why is it here in Metropolis? I'm with it. 100%. I'll probably be reading this, dude, just because it ties in. It bridges the gap between season 1 and season 2. I'm with it. You there? Oh, are you done?
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about the comic. I read something interesting. I don't care about the comic. I want to watch the show. The show is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna read the comic book at all.
What? All right. Well, I guess I'll be the correspondent on that one. I'll be reading it and telling everybody about it.
Bon appetit.
So I'm with the shits. All right. So moving forward, we got one more comic.
Oh my god.
Comic book story. So
lame.
Celebrating 700 issues of the Uncanny X-Men. So, excuse me. X-Men number 35 is going to be the 700th issue of the Uncanny X-Men, and it is the final farewell to the Krakoan age. It's an exercise send-off for the Krakoa era out June 5th, also serving as the milestone 700th issue of Uncanny X-Men. The issue will feature creators Jerry Dugan, Kieran Gillen, and Al Ewing, as well as Lucas Wernick, Joshua Cassara, Gail Simone, and more. Giant size issue features a story of family by X-Men master Chris Claremont, awesome, and offer a glimpse of things to come in the new X-Men titles launching this summer.
Who cares?
So if you're a fan of the Krakoan era, this more recent era of X-Men, and are following the story of Fall of X, this is going to be wrapping that up and then helping to launch the next era of X-Men.
I'm tired of seeing fucking Cyclops, bro. They need to put his ass in the fucking back. Put somebody else up right in the front. I'm sorry, that was random, but I'm really tired of seeing Cyclops.
Damn, bro.
Thank you.
How you feel.
Fuck Cyclops. Jesus, I hate Cyclops.
I'm not a huge fan of Cyclops either, but like,
watch your language. That's my niece. Hello, niece. How are we doing today?
Shout out to the Merck family niece.
But yeah, I'm tired. I am. I'm really tired of seeing. I'm tired of seeing Cyclops. Can't stand him. He is. He really is.
I'm not the biggest Cyclops fan either, but like I will say one thing: he really is a big believer in the cause. So I can give him that, and he sticks to his convictions at least in that sense. So, but what else? Okay, so the next couple of things I have, I'm saving for the end of the show. Now, folks, we're going to be jumping into the reviews for this week.
Anybody. Oh, this one. Anybody. I'll replace him with anybody in the X-Men. I don't care who you say. Put Colossus in the front. I'll take it.
Ew, really, Colossus?
I don't care. I don't want to see Cyclops. I'm tired of Cyclops. I'll take anybody from that. Bobby Drake. He's an X-fan favorite. Put him in the front. Or put Storm where he's at. Now I'll take that.
I'll take that too. Storm be standing on business, bro. Storm be standing on business. All right. Now it's the review portion of the show, folks. So before we jump into things that we can both talk about, I'm gonna talk about something that I saw earlier this week. Oh damn, boy! Come on, man! You can't just be jumping out like that.
I don't care about this movie.
Well, it doesn't matter. We're both here anyway. So I'm like I said, I'm here to talk about it because I saw it. Talking about Dune Part 2. Just a quick review. I'm not going to go into heavy spoilers or anything, but like if you watched the first part of Dune, either in theaters 2-3 years ago, or watched it on Max like I did, I really ended up loving the first part of Dune. This second one just keeps on delivering. Honestly, I like a lot of the action in it. Story was pretty awesome. I personally have never read Dune, and I never saw the original David Lynch movie, so I didn't have any connection to this other than hearing stuff about it. So I'm a pretty big fan of this version of Dune. It's honestly made me want to go back and actually read the Dune series, and potentially even watch like the David Lynch version of Dune. To my understanding, it departs quite a bit. Again, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, and you know, if you don't want to hear this, maybe tab out, mute it, come back in a couple minutes. But I hear that they actually depart quite a bit from the actual story of from the books, changing up a lot of stuff with Chani, with Paul in general, some of the other stuff with some of the warriors, or even with things that happen in the end of the story. Ultimately, though, I really dug it. I really liked it a lot, and it didn't feel like it was just like a left turn for the sake of the left turn. It all made sense within the context of this movie, as well as this two-part like series, if you want to call it that. So I liked it quite a bit. I'm a big fan. I'll definitely be checking it out if they make another Dune movie. And like I said, it's actually made me want to go back and read the books. So I probably will end up reading some, if not maybe all, of the Dune series books. But that's all I've got on Dune. Oops, I'll only go to watch it if I can get the popcorn bucket as I'm writing this. I get a Dune pop-up from Amazon. That's funny. I don't think you can get the popcorn buckets anymore, dude. I think they sold out. I've been seeing them on Amazon, or not Amazon, on eBay, going for quite a bit. And I've also been hearing a lot of other shit about those popcorn buckets too. So, but yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It is a very enjoyable movie. I feel like it has its own sort of audience. Obviously, Bankai is a little bitch and doesn't want to watch anything about the Sand People and the Sand Planet, even though he is a fan of Star Wars, which this is heavily based on Dune. So, but yeah, that's all I've got to say about Dune. So, Bankai, bring your punk ass back in here. We can continue talking about it.
Yeah, you don't want to see it. Don't waste your money. I heard it was good, but I would still not waste my money on that fucking garbage. If I want to watch it, no, it wasn't Dune.
Shut up,
but
bitch!
I'm not wasting my money on stupidity. If I want to watch something like that, you know what I'm going to watch? I'm going to watch Star Wars. That's what I'm going to watch.
Arguably, this would probably be better. I would argue that, well, maybe not better than Star Wars. Star Wars has.
It's not better than Star Wars. Star Wars is legit the ultimate sci-fi. You can't tell me something better than Star Wars. Argue with your mama, not me. Anyways,
I don't know.
next time.
Anyways, so moving on from there, what do we got next? Oh, Bad Batch. Bad Batch season 3. So you are caught up now, correct? You watched episode 4, episode 5, right?
Yeah, this shit's getting boring now.
What?
I
You didn't
don't
like
know. No, I didn't like episode 4. Episode 5 was better, but episode 4 is terrible. I don't care to watch her gamble. When I saw that, I was,
Episode 4 was kind of slow.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch her gamble, so I turned it off. I didn't turn it off. I just turned my head away and just waited for it to go off. When I realized it was off, I was already in episode 5, and I said, "Oh snap, episode 5. Oh, okay. They all meet up now. That's cool."
Oh, I think the biggest thing that happened in episode 4, although you got it kind of in episode 3 as well, was her and Crosshair just like working together. Eventually, her just kind of allowing Crosshair to do his thing, or like you said, let me do what I do best, which was to shoot people. So, but yeah, I get it. Like episode 4 was definitely a lot slower. Episode 5 definitely picked up a little bit more. You kind of get them back together. It looks like they're trying to find the base. That's a little weird story-wise, as they're trying to get back to the base that they just escaped from. I understand the reason for it, but like, I don't know. Still seems kind of weird to me. But basically, they're trying to like find the facility so that they can get the remaining clones out. And basically, they're on an ice planet at a Imperial facility, and basically like it's basically like Hunter and Crosshair are having to like get to trust each other again, or to learn to trust each other again. And I think overall, like it was a pretty decent episode. What were your thoughts?
Boring.
But you thought episode 5 was boring too?
Episode 5 was cool. It was alright. I mean, like first 2 episodes are the best episodes so far. The last 2, they're okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just want to see Ventress. That's what I want to see.
See, I think they kind of shot themselves in the foot by putting her in the promo, because now that's all anybody's going to be waiting for is for the episode that Ventress shows up.
Mm-hmm.
As case in point, like that's all you're waiting for is for Ventress to show up. So I'm wondering if Ventress isn't the like biggest surprise new character that we're going to be getting in this or like returning character that we'll be getting in the show. I wonder if we end up getting somebody else.
I don't know, but I
Interesting.
I want to see a new. I want to see something different. Star Wars got to give me something different. You know what they should add in? You know what they should do? They should make Cal Kestis, right, and make him and put him in. Like they said, he's in the universe. Give us a cartoon or something. Make it cool. Like, yeah, we get the games and stuff. That's what I want to see. Put him in one of the movies or something.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Make
I
it
could
interesting.
because like his timeline is like, I want to say his timeline would be after Bad Batch takes place. So I don't think he'd ever cross over with Bad Batch because at this point I think he'd probably be too young. Unless,
Yeah.
I mean,
No, he would be.
well, he would be. I mean, unless they just show a young Cal Kestis in this, but at that point
I'll
it would be
take
a
that.
different point. I don't know. I would rather see him like more like we saw him in the 2 games, like at that.
So yeah,
around
we see him in the 2 games, and that means he's around with Ezra and them.
Yeah, I think it's around that time, like Rebels period, because that's like right before the original trilogy pops off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see maybe a series for that time period, like a follow up to. I don't know, maybe not. I want to know if he survives after the last, not the Last Jedi, Return of the Jedi, and see if he ever meets up with like Luke or something. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be. I'm curious to see that too because I'm not gonna ruin anything for anybody. I'm not ruining for anything for anybody, but Survivor, really good. That's how I'm just gonna keep it as, and I want to know more.
So, she means but tough fight sand vendors. I know that.
Me too.
I don't know if I have to do it. Anyways,
It's-
on to the next thing. Ninja Kamui. This is what episode 4, I think.
Yes. 4.
Episode 4. I'll be honest, dude. I forgot what happened in this episode.
All right, bam. So check it. He found out who. Well, he didn't find out. So what happened was episode 3. They learned who he is, and now they're trying to like kind of like they're really trying to hunt him. But now they're trying to figure out who they should send to hunt him because now they know like he's sorry. Lady Merc just texted me. So they figure out who he is, like they figure who he is, like, and they want to really hunt him now because they know like he's like one of the top ninjas, and he's gonna be a problem for them. So oh, sorry.
I'm remembering now. I remember it shows kind of his upbringing within the organization, right?
Yeah, well, I think that was episode 3. Episode 4, we learned. Well, at the end of episode 3, we learned that the FBI agent, the black dude, his daughter dies.
Right. That I remember.
And,
I remember the.
So yeah,
Yeah.
and 4, he hold on. Damn, why is it right? Sorry. And 4, yeah, I know. Like everybody deciding to text me now while I'm off. Right? It's crazy.
Anyways,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
they show him kind of coming up, like him being trained in this ninja organization, and they're basically like telling them like, you don't create attachments, like that sort of thing. Basically trying to make them just like killing machines, numb killing machines and stuff like that. But the group that he kind of came up with like they all sort of formed an attachment with one another. And then ultimately, I want to say that all of them were the ones who ended up leaving the organization, if I'm not mistaken. And then ultimately, they're the ones that were hunted down by the ninja organization. Aside from that, I don't really remember much else. But overall, it was, I mean, it's almost like it was an answer to what we were saying last week, which was like we don't know where the show is going because it hasn't given us a whole lot of exposition. But like this episode definitely seemed like it was like an exposition episode, like giving us the backstory, giving us a lot more background on Egon and like his wife, who was also in the organization, as well as the other people that they killed and stuff like that at the start of this series. So yeah. It's definitely like, still looking dope. Still a dope.
It is. It is. What I liked about that too, what I liked about the episode is that he found out that there was somebody else that's also in the organization. It's like the end of the episode. He finds out who else is in the organization, so they're sending him somewhere, and he goes there, and then you get to see how dope he really is too, because like you can see him like jumping through like lasers and stuff. I'm like, bro, I wish I was a ninja. And then he ends up running into somebody he knows, and that's it. Like that's like the dramatic drop of the episode.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to go
it's
back.
Like somebody with long hair. Yeah, I had to go back and rewatch it too.
Yeah, I think this was a guy that was part of his group.
Yeah.
But like didn't escape with them or anything. So like he stayed with the organization. He never really formed the attachment type of deal. So. That much I do remember. So yeah, I think I'll have to go back and rewatch just to kind of get the get more context, so I can watch episode 5 when it comes out. Or yeah, episode 5. But yeah, shall we move on to the next one?
Please. Oh my God.
Yo, man. All right. I'm gonna give you a solo. Tell me what you thought about this show thus far.
So we're at 3 episodes in, and man, every episode to me gets better. I really enjoy this show. I'm still trying to like learn names. I only know like one name. Reason why. And it's Mari. No, 2. No, there's really only one because I don't remember the other guy's name. I think it's like Toriyama or something like that.
Toranaga.
Toranaga, yeah. I was close. But bro, the Englishmen, dope. The Portuguese guys, the Japanese people. Man, like I said, every show gets better and better. Yo, I know we didn't really like talk about this yet, but episode 2 with the lady assassin, she got busy. She at least took out 10 people before she got captured or died.
Oh my God, dude, she put in work, and she almost killed Toranaga, and she almost killed I think his name
something Blacksmith or something like that.
It's William
John Blacksmith.
Blackthorne.
Blackthorne, yes.
John Blackthorne. Yeah, sorry. I think the real person's name was like John, or was William something. But his name is John Blackthorne. Yeah, so John Blackthorne, the Englishman, and then Lord Toranaga, Yoshi Toranaga, is the pretty much the main character, the main lord, the regent that we're following. Dude, she almost got both of them, and then eventually, like with both of them, it more or less kind of took both of them to take her out, type of thing. And not in the sense of like she was just that cold. It was just like they ended up having to get the drop on her because Toranaga was like, he like in the beginning, or not the beginning, but like before like all that went down, he was like, he said that Blackthorne could take his quarters over, and then he would, I guess, take his. And he knew, you could see, because he stuffed the freaking the like bed or whatever to make it look like it was somebody was there. And so he was like chilling in the corner of the room when she came in. And as soon as she went down to stab him, he tried to kill her. Oh man, it was so sick. It was like, damn, he's smart, dude. He's smart. He knew something was up. He's big knew something was up.
That's why I like Toranaga. And then I don't mean to jump around, but then episode 3 was even more, like, that shit was fire too. When he had his wife in the carriage or in a joint.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I didn't even see him switch out. That's the crazy part. Switched out, he was in there. I was like, yo, how'd he do that? Like, I want to know how he get in there. I'm hoping they show it or explain how he did that.
Well, I don't think they will, but like, because at one point you see Blackthorn go, like, he saw it basically happen more or less. He saw kind of what happened, and then eventually he figured out he's in here, isn't he? So it's like he's clever. Toranaga's clever as shit. Mariko is clever and honorable as hell, and then her freaking husband, who like they kind of built like an asshole, but then for him to like die defending everybody, I was like, yo,
but he put in work too on that on that dock. I thought put in work on that dock.
He put in work on the dock, and then when I saw him like let them go free, he bowed. At first I thought he was going to do seppuku, or maybe it's not seppuku. Well, I know that's what it's called, but I don't know if there's a context versus killing himself honorably in battle versus like as opposed to shame. But like, I thought he was going to do that, but then he turned around and was just like freaking ran up there and was like starting to take out more motherfuckers. I was like, yo, if this thing takes out half the town, I will name my son after this man.
So I thought the same thing was gonna happen. So this is what I thought was gonna happen. I had a feeling he's either gonna go back and fight, which is the Japanese thing to do, Japanese samurai, I should say, or the samurai-ish thing to do. I really thought Blackhorn, whatever his name is, was actually gonna jump in the water and go help him, so he can try to get back to the boat so they can go together. But man, he went out like a G, and I was like, yeah, I like him. He definitely proved to be better than what he was.
Well, yeah, dude, because at first they kind of set him up to be like an asshole, like in the first couple episodes, and so you're like, screw this guy, blah blah blah. But for him to just like, he put all that aside to serve his Lord's cause, and like saved everybody. Man,
bro, that had me hyped.
Good. And that wasn't even the end of the end of the episode.
No, it got better. So then Blackthorn, white guy, decided to show what he can do, and I'm like, bro, this is good. I can't wait for the 4th episode.
Because they're trying to get out of the bay. They happen to run into the black ship, which is like the Portuguese ship, trying to go to China to make a shipment or whatever.
That wasn't China.
Well, Macau, that's in China.
Oh, it's in China? I didn't know. I don't know. I'm just watching. I just know it was a port.
So yeah, they're trying to leave the port to get to Macau, which earlier on, Toranaga had said, like, he had put the kibosh on that. He's like, no, you guys aren't leaving port unless I say so. And so they're just like, and the Portuguese were like, we're just going to do it anyways. And then so they're trying to leave, but then there's a freaking line of what they say was pirates. I thought maybe it was like one of the other lords, like, people or whatever. I guess they were pirates or raiders or whatever. Basically, they were there to stop the ship. They were going to pillage the ship and stuff. And so they knew that the ship, so Toranaga and his crew knew that the ship they were on, the little like boat or whatever they were on, wasn't going to make it through the barricade. So they hop over to the black ship, strike up a deal that like they'll give them safe passage through, so long as they left Blackthorn behind. Because he was supposed to be a prisoner of one of the other lords. And then, so as they're going through, they're starting to get through. Blackthorn's like, fuck this, I'm not staying here. He was like, he knew the captain of the ship that he was on. He was like, yo, get them rowing. Like, let's freaking go. We're gonna freaking outrun. We're gonna, right up along this ship. We're gonna cruise with them, and then after that, we're gonna zoom out of here and shit. So he ends up doing it. He freaking gets them to row faster. He's like getting them to freaking move and go. Oh man, it was so sick. Like, just to see, like, he's like, hey, like, this is what I can do, type of shit. And then at the end, he basically ends up like bonding with Lord Toranaga, because like he's basically teaching him how to swim.
Yeah.
So that was like,
dive.
Teaching him how to swim. Right. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, teach him how to dive and stuff. So like, and then basically Toranaga was like, he was gonna teach him the ways of Bushido and like Samurai Way, and like that's what he's to do when they get to the village that they're going to. I think it's Ajido. And on top of that, with him learning their ways, he has to teach them how to use the cannons and stuff in order to like sail his vessel. So it's basically like a I teach you, you teach me type of shit. And if part of that's like the next like couple episodes, that's gonna be sick. I love the show so far. I love the show.
Me too. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm dying for the next episode.
Every Tuesday, man. Every Tuesday on Hulu.
Yeah, that's all I got right now. Oh wait. So I just want to throw this out there. Video games, because I know we got one more. Because I gotta go.
Oh, okay. We could say that for later. If you wanted to go ahead and do what we're gonna say about video games.
So there's a game coming up March 22nd called Rise of the Ronin. Bro, it looks really good. You can create your own Ronin. How you customize them however you want. And it's gonna be 4 players, only for PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't got one. So I'm gonna drop this. I honestly was not thinking about that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop this in our chat so you can take a look at it, bro. I'm telling you, and it looks good.
Bet. All right. We still had another thing that we were going to talk about, but I know that it would be a deep dive and like kind of a long rant, so we don't necessarily have to get into it now because I know you gotta keep going. Especially it was where's my, hold up a second.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yes, it is, because I think this dude's an idiot. But we're going to talk about that for the next episode. Oh, you put it there anyway?
No, I didn't mean to put this on here, but just a little sneak peek of what we'll talk about next episode, guys. This right here.
Not me.
You know what really grinds my gears?
No, not you. Yeah. Over some more, as you can kind of see in the corner here. But we'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it some more later, because I know you got to get out of here. But yeah, that's pretty much been a show, folks. Thanks for joining us live. If you joined us live,
please like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and Texas smash that button, subscribe. What's up?
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Can you please just drop that dope outro, please? I just gotta hear it.
Peace, folks. See you soon.
This is the way.
Do it.